Good evening. My name is Youngbin Han, and I'm just a student from Korea. And I'm also a leader of ubuntu-kr community. So I just want to talk about how and why we have connected Slack and IRC. Many communities today use IRC and Slack for chatting and communication. But I think IRC is mainly used on like traditional or old communities, and new communities usually using Slack. We also have both channels. We also IRC and Slack. But we got some problems with the open Slack. Many people say that it's different channel, but so people in Slack and IRC cannot communicate with each other. So if they want to, if someone in IRC want to communicate with people in Slack, they need to just join the Slack. They cannot communicate from the IRC. So also, if you are using Slack, you cannot see the old history of Slack. You also, if you want to see the old history of Slack, you should just pay for it to see. And also, since if you want to participate in both, you need to join both, and Slack and IC you need to join both to communicate. So it can be a bit cumbersome, I think. And also, it's a separate channel. You can have different information. You can lots of information if you're only in one channel. So we also had some similar problems in the past. It was Facebook group and forum. And in past, and we usually use forum website to exchange opinions. But we nowadays use Facebook much more. So we have some problem, and many people start using Facebook much more. So people also requested to integrate both channels, but we couldn't do that because it's very different. But I thought it's possible to connect two channels, Slack and IRC. So to connect two channels, we did a simple survey, and after that, we did some research. We first is a response from Ubuntu China community, and I found that they were using same room, which is a service to connect some messages. It was easy to use, but it was expensive. It was expensive for a community. We need to pay for every month, and it's not also. It is not sustainable. If you don't pay for it, it should be disconnected. So we did some other research, and we found that Google Cloud Platform provides free virtual machine, F1 micro instance for free if you deploy it on United States region. So we decided to use that. It's actually the cheapest one in the Google Cloud Platform, and it's very slow. 1 minute. So we also use this, and we also use Docker to deploy it because npm install takes too much on that cheap machine. So this is how it looks in our channel, and it's how it looks on nowadays. We use cast profile for IC users. And if you want to know more about our community, you can just visit our links on the screen. Thank you.
Thank you very much. He talks about Ubuntu. Thank you very much. Okay, next speaker. I'm ready. And you ready too, please.
Let's go. Okay.
Okay. Start, please.
Okay, everyone. My name is Po-chiang. You can call me Bob. I'm from Taiwan and I'm from Mozilla community. I'm a volunteer for quite a while. Here I'm going to show you how you can create a cross-platform VR experience in less than 5 minutes because I have to introduce the VR part. Virtual reality, I don't know if anyone have experience about VR. If no, there's a VR zone in Shinjuku. Maybe you can test it during your trip. Devices like Google Cardboard and Daydream or advanced devices like Vive or Raft has been available. So maybe some of you have already kept one set in your room. In order to create cross-platform experience, we choose WebVR, which is a technology created by browser vendors like Google or Mozilla, etc. The principle is that your browser gets information from the device and expose the information to JavaScript so you can control and manipulate and get a response. Today, almost all the big players are supporting or going to support WebVR. It looks promising, but still there's a big problem for a web developer like me. Create 3D scenes is still too hard for a web developer like me. You have to control things that don't even exist in 2D environment, just like a camera, light, model, material, etc., etc. After a few hours, finally, boom, you got a cube, just a cube, for 3 hours. That's too hard for us, but a huge step. But don't worry, just like everything on the web, if there's a complex stuff on the web, there's a framework for that. So here's our main character, A-Frame. It's a web VR framework created by Mozilla. A-Frame is pretty straightforward for web developers. You modify the attributions and add some script, then you're done. So here are some built-in elements you can use right away. I only have 2 minutes remaining, so let's get into live demo. Okay, here I have already added some best scenes text on the screen, and now let's add some nice background. When you add the background, you need a sky. A sky this tape. You can manipulate its SRC, so it can create 360 photo viewer right away. But in this case, I'll have another photo. I don't know, just forget it. Okay, so another one, let's create an ocean on the photos. For oceans, we have a component called A ocean. So you can just add A ocean with simple tape, script tape, just like every web developers do, and then add A ocean tape. Okay, now we have ocean. And then let's import some island. We have an island. I stole an island model from others, but if you can create 3D models, you can do it yourself. Okay, now we have a lonely island, but since we are in Japan, let's invite someone famous here. Maybe you don't like Mario, but it's okay. We can quickly fix that. Oh, sorry. Okay, got you. Okay. If you want to modify the position, you can use the built-in inspector, which is actually pretty similar like Unity, if you have experiences on Unity. So that's how you can create a VR experience in 5 minutes. So if you want to know more, just check A-Frame aflame.io on the internet. So my name is Bob. Thank you very much.
Two people are excellent. We can hear the sound of the game again.
Do you want to try one?
I don't know.
I can do it.
Okay. Are you ready? Thank you. Ready? Okay. Start, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Franklin, and I am a member of the Document Foundation, which is an official organization in the back of LibreOffice, registered in Germany. And I'm also a LibreOffice migration professional and certified trainer. In this talk, I assume that because most of you are also software community members, so I assume that you all have ever used openOffice or LibreOffice and you love it, okay? Now this talk I will tell you that how and why you become a PDF member. Just like before, and the fourth issue set means we should make people understand the beauty of freedom. For digital government, we all wish to make people understand that they actually have the freedom to choose what software to use. They are not just only one choose. They don't need to only Microsoft to use. As long as under a stable, open spec and international standard document format. That's very important. So, no doubt the best choice of the document format is, of course, open document format. Right? Right? If you don't know why, please come here. I will tell you why. And in my opinion, under the open document format, the best choice of Office Suite is, of course, LibreOffice. And maybe you think that cloud solution should be the one. Someone think this, so, but remember, there is no cloud, only someone else's computer. Anyway, desktop Office Suite still plays an important role. I think that's very important. And don't argue with me now, okay? Or I can go on. If you really want to argue, so we all contribute to all kinds of free software in a variety of ways, like marketing, documentation, coding debugging, translating, quality assurance, right? Why? Why do we do that? My answer, I believe that is also your answer. To get satisfaction, to make the work better. So, what's related to becoming a PDF member? Because I will tell you why and how. How to become a PDF member is very easy. Just keep contributing to LibreOffice on a regular basis in any form. What's important? In any form, like what? Marketing, documentation, coding, debugging, translating, quality assurance, okay? So what's the benefit of becoming a PDF member?
Tomorrow.
First, of course. Like you have fun here. Get satisfaction, of course. And you can get certifications. The certifications in PDF is to make the ecosystem better. Okay? Also, you can elect and be elected as board of director in TDF. And just to tell you that the election is tomorrow. But the election is coming soon. So if you need to tomorrow, and furthermore, the benefit to join TDF is, of course, to get travel support, right? By the way, you can also get jobs from TDF as members, employee, or contract. Doing what? Doing marketing, documentation, doing okay? So, what are you looking for? Come and join us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So may I participate in this community? Thank you. All right, thank you very much. Next speaker, you're ready too, okay? During this being ready, I got the personal building information. Umbrella, yeah. If you know it, yeah, please come to me. And it's like a black pencil case. Yeah. You know it? No one? Okay, we keep them. Alright. And it feels like conference blackboard, yeah, mobility goods. I don't understand. Okay. I don't know. But it's like we keep. Okay. Thank you. Oh, sorry. You're ready. Okay. Alright. Start, please.
Thanks for our attendance to this writing talk. I'm Teruhiko Okada, just a student volunteer for this summit. And just a casual user of Unix like OSs and Mary, sorry, I marry on Arch, Linux, and FreeBSD, but I try to use openSUSE. And Japanese local user group, local Linux user group member, and some relationship to local businesses. And today I apparently make a Linux containers presentation for you. There are excellent presentation, many excellent presentation for Docker usage in these summits, and that's so great application and so great and framework, and I think you will always use it and make it more good one. You try, but then. Do you remember one? This one? LC. This is another container framework. Mary. This is developed under canonical project. In my knowledge, this is if you feel some mistakes in there, some make any attention. I welcome any kind of attentions. Please make it. Thanks. And system container. Docker is an application container framework. But LC or LC can be used as a system container having init process in it. So you can use systemctl or service command and activate services and then services under the init process like container host. LC first developed and LC newer and enhanced features you can use in openSUSE like IRC by zipper install IRC and easily install and use it. Please try. And IRC has more some steps for installation, but there are more enhanced features for container management. Please try. And initialization is so easy for you. And make IRC container, they can run Node.js or some backends with an WordPress host in IRC container. But then I guess you want to use Docker container. Sorry, and just freeze. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Moved. Yeah. Sorry. But you can use a Docker container in the LC or LC nested container features. They can run containers in LC or LC. Yeah. And sorry. Yeah. But no need to compete each other, but there are more complementary functions, many functions between Dockers and LC.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, thank you.